Hey, what's up guys? So in today's video we're going to be going over all of the bosses in the Diablo special anniversary event. And if you guys are new here and you want to see a full playthrough as well as going over everything, I'll have that pinned down below. But this video is just going to be focusing in on the boss fights and the boss mechanics. So the first boss that you'll actually encounter, and these are all the major bosses here for the anniversary event, is going to be on the Labyrinth level 2, which is actually the Butcher. He actually has a transmog that you can acquire, and the first thing that you're going to do before you go in, if you have anything to summon, I recommend summoning it first because he will come rushing through the door, and he'll hit you pretty hard if he does hit you. And if you do have the ability to stay at range, go ahead and do so. It's a pretty easy fight, minus the first initial charge, because he can hit quite hard. See, we're playing on hardcore, by the way, yeah, this is the Butcher. So even though it was on hard and hardcore, we didn't die in one hit, but you can get very close. You guys can see like the boss fight mechanic. Just don't let him charge you. If you have anything to summon, it'll make things a little bit easier. And he also does happen to drop the Butcher's Cleaver. He'll drop this every single time, and it does happen to have a transmog. And just to go ahead and show off what it looks like, here is the transmog over here. It looks kind of cool. And that is the first major boss in the anniversary event. Alright, the next major boss is going to be King Leoric, and that is found by going to the Labyrinth level 3 and finding King Leoric's tomb over here. And it is a pretty easy boss fight, but he does have these swings that you basically got to be dodging. Otherwise, they'll be doing massive amounts of damage. There'll be a few different trash mobs that you'll fight before, but as soon as you open up the gate, here is the Skeleton King. So he's pretty easy. It's just he has this swing. This one we're not going to get hit by because you can easily just get 100 to 0'd if you don't happen to have the right toughness. Yeah, but that swing you can see it does a decent amount of damage. There is a set of swings sometimes that he will do, but you just have to watch out for that, and that is the boss fight mechanic for King Leoric. He also happens to be dropping the Undead Crown, which it's RNG on what it rolls, but it can roll main stat as well. But so far now we've got 2 of the bosses completed for, of course, that achievement as well. But next boss is going to be the Archbishop. Alright, so the next boss is going to be the Archbishop. Now, to actually find him, you're going to go to the Labyrinth level 15 and then go to the Unholy Altar. Don't worry, you can't miss this one out at all. But in order to get him to come out, what you're going to do is activate these 2 switches. There's going to be one on the left side and one on the right side. So you're going to go ahead and click on the Book of Lazarus. And if you have anything to summon, summon it before going in. Because when you warp in, there's going to be a massive amount of enemies. Try not to get hit by the red little stars that come out by the succubuses. And then the next switch is going to be on the other side. And it's the same mechanic. Just go ahead and summon as many monsters as you can, because once you go in, it can be quite tough sometimes. And so he is out over here. And there's the Archbishop. There's actually like multiple bosses. So he'll have this meteor that he throws at you. That's the only thing you really need to watch out for. And it does leave like fire on the ground, so setting on it is probably not a good idea. But because I have a bunch of skeletons, it makes things much easier. But that can hit quite hard depending on what your gear is. And he will teleport around. But if you have things that you can summon, just try to stand behind them so you don't have to actually deal with it. And they'll drop a bunch of different gems and some crafting material, but that is the Archbishop, which is the 3rd boss. Alright, so here's the final boss. This is going to be Diablo. So right after you defeat the Archbishop, you will see that there's a labyrinth level 16. You just go ahead and go on in, and there will be multiple switches that you need to activate in order for Diablo to come out. So let's go ahead and show that off. We'll go ahead and summon our skeletons over here. The density is pretty high in here, so if you have anything that has lots of AoE, it's pretty good in here. So we're kind of come up to our first little switch over here. And we're going to go ahead and activate that. And it's going to open up the next area. There's nothing too special about the switches. You just activate all of them. You don't have to eliminate every single one, but it can help because the density gets quite high. And then we're coming up to the last and final switch. And then we'll explain the Diablo boss fight mechanic. I'm going to clear out this one specifically because in this instance over here, I don't want there to be like another set of mobs. So as soon as you activate this switch, Diablo will be coming out. And he's going to be charging out, so watch him when he charges out. Other than that though, he's got this really nasty lightning breath. And he's going to charge up. It's the only thing that you need to watch out for. The rest of his moveset isn't that big of a deal, but it's just that lightning breath. Just like in Diablo 2, it will absolutely destroy you. If you want to, you can try to dodge the fire stomp. It's really not that big of a deal. It doesn't hit that hard. It's just the lightning breath. So he takes a while to charge up, so you can't really miss the charge up animation, but it's relatively slow. And there we go. And here is the final cinematic as well for the anniversary event. And that's actually the ending cinematic to Diablo 1. Now, I also want to mention that depending on what class you play, the ending is a little bit different. Like, it just has someone else activate the Red Soul Shard into the helm. But that is the full completion. We did all of the 4 bosses. And this is also, just as a heads up, part of one of the achievements that's for the special event, which is Thank Goodness You've Returned, which is killing the Butcher, the Skeleton King, Archbishop Lazarus, and the Dark Lord, and you'll be getting a banner sigil as well as a banner accent. But yeah, those are all of the bosses that are available for the anniversary special event that's only available for this month. Now, if you guys do want to go ahead and find out how to unlock the secret cow pet, there's also a few different transmogs that you can acquire. I have a full video tutorial on that, and if you guys would like to check that out, I'll have that pinned down below. But we did happen to get some items over here. We did happen to get the Broken Crown as well as the the red soul shard, so we got 2 legendaries, which is perfect because now we can put the red soul shard into the helm. This is the one exception with the legendary gems that actually goes in the helm socket, and what that makes you do is randomly you will stun yourself, and then you'll have a ring of fire, well, these little fireballs in a ring that will be coming out that deal a bunch of damage. It's really cool, and it's just a cool little event. And then on top of that, if you rank it up, you'll have this other ability to make it so your resource costs and your cooldowns are changed by 75% for 30 seconds once you go ahead and level up that gem. But anyways, guys, yeah, there's all of the bosses. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, drop a like on it. If you are new here and would like to see more Diablo, other action RPG content, because Wolcen is actually getting a huge update in February, which the game is supposed to like finally launch, and we'll be covering that as well as other gaming content. But thanks for tuning in, guys. Have a good one, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Have a good one, and I'm signing out. Peace.